I think we're in for a good one Sunday.
One of these two superstars will be crowned new ECW World Champion at Vengeance Night of Champions this Sunday.
Good evening. Tonight, this arena here in Corpus Christi, Texas, was to have been filled to capacity with enthusiastic WWE fans. Tonight's storyline was to have been the alleged demise of my character, Mr. McMahon. However, in reality, WWE superstar Chris Benoit, his wife Nancy, and their son Daniel are dead. Their bodies were discovered this afternoon in their new suburban Atlanta home. The authorities are undergoing an investigation. We here in the WWE can only offer our condolences to the extended family of Chris Benoit. And the only other thing we can do at this moment is tonight pay tribute to Chris Benoit. We'll offer you some of the most memorable moments in Chris's professional life. And you'll hear tonight comments from his peers, those here, his fellow performers, those here who loved Chris and admired him so much. So tonight will be a 3-hour tribute to one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. Tonight will be a tribute to Chris Benoit.
That I think that Chris Benoit is one of the most talented individuals I've ever known in my life. Anytime I've ever seen the guy work, it didn't matter if there's 15 people in the building or if there's 30,000 people in the building. Anytime Chris Benoit went to the ring, he gave it 120% every single night of the week. And I didn't get a chance to wrestle Chris a whole lot of times, but one of my favorite matches my whole career was wrestling Chris Benoit in his hometown of Edmonton, Canada. One of my favorite matches with the guy. And the guy is probably one of the most honest people I've ever met in my life. One of the most hardest working people I've ever known in my life. And I'm going to miss the guy. He's one of those guys that, you know, everything could be falling down around him, but you never would know it by talking to Chris, just because he always held everything together. He was just always so polite and generous with everything, with his time, with his knowledge. And I can just say that I'm going to miss him very much, very much. And I wish he was still with us, and I have nothing but total respect for Chris Benoit. And I sure wish that he was still with us. I love you, Chris.
I firmly believe that this is the most difficult thing that I've ever had to do. And I'm sure you'll hear from plenty of people tonight. And you'll see some fantastic moments. This has just been a very sudden occurrence, and I don't necessarily know how to react to it. And that's what makes it difficult. My first instinct tells me that we should celebrate the life of Chris Benoit. And I think that's the right thing to do. And Chris was the type of guy you'd want to go to war with. He was just a hard-nosed son of a bitch. But man, if he knew you meant business, he would look out for you. And he took care of a lot of the people you're going to hear from tonight. Formed bonds with those people, very, very, very close bonds. Some are going to talk to you like they were his brother. just, he did everything for it. You know, and he respected everything about this business. He was, his set of ideals towards this business was something that I looked up to. God, he took no from anybody, you know, and I appreciate everything that he's done. And as I talk to all of you tonight watching, I hope as you watch this, you appreciate that everything that Chris Benoit has done, because I know every single second he spent under those lights, and every single second he spent riding in the next town, or going to the next show, or catching the next flight, he did it because he busted his ass for everybody like you watching. And tonight you're going to see some of his greatest moments, his greatest achievements. I think it's only fitting, because he's a man who lived for the business. That's something that you have no idea how much I respect that. And like I said, Chris was like John Wayne, man. He was just, for me, he was too tough to ever open up to ever talk to. But you could tell by the look in his eye, you know, when he gave a damn about you and when he didn't. And man, he was never the type of guy that you would say I love you to. And I never got the chance to. So if he's watching, and I know he is, Chris, I love you.
Last night I felt really overwhelmingly disappointed because I didn't get to wrestle Chris Benoit. And today I can't help but feeling really, really guilty. As I just can't get that out of my head, because Chris Benoit was my hero. And I was privileged enough to be able to work with him and to know him as a person and to call him my friend. And even though I'll never get to wrestle him, he taught me a lot. And I just hope that I can do his memory good by always being the best I can be, and always thinking of him over my shoulder being really hard on me, and just trying to keep the next generation of wrestlers alive the way Chris Benoit would have wanted it. I hope I never let you down, Chris. I miss you.